that was my lifestyle. I'm not saying that's what I did every day, because 9 times out of 10, what I did every day was them blunts. I was on them blunts and them cigarettes. And I may have drunk on the weekend. And don't forget the Coors Light. I had to have that silver bullet. Yep, and some of y'all on them silver bullets now. And them cigarettes and them blunts. But it leads to destruction. And it may not kill you. I pray you don't get cancer. I pray you don't get cirrhosis of the liver. I pray you don't succumb to your pleasures or your addictions. However, at the same time, it's dragging them pockets. I can say that because I know that also from experience. It's dragging them pockets. And I heard somebody say, well, if I want to do something, I'm just going to do it. That's what I want. Okay. And you wearing it too. But we're going to talk, like I said, about something else. We're going to look at this thing a little differently today. Man, I guess we better get into the idea, huh? And the question is, what have any man in leadership ever done for Yasharal besides give us more oppression and sell us the delusion that we are free and that we are progressing in the so-called land of the free and home of the brave? Can we answer that question? What have they done for us in any role of leadership? And we'll start off at the schoolhouse. What kind of education have we had? Have they taught us about who we are as a people? Or have they knowingly hid it from us? And I don't blame every teacher per se, but most people that have an education, they know the truth. They know the truth because it's an end thing. It's a known secret of who we have been or who we are as a people. And it's a hush-hush thing. Don't you say nothing. Mum's a word. It's a taboo conversation. It's just not talked about. And something I thought about, family, when I was thinking about this idea, pondering in my head of how we was going to present it, because it's been in my heart for a minute. But the saying goes, the land of the free and the home of the brave. And have you ever known a country that sings about it or speaks about it all the time? We're the land of the free and the home of the brave. If that land was really free or brave. You don't hear other countries talking about we the land of the free. It's a given for their true citizens. But it's just another reminder of who the Most High's people really are. Just like the text says, we'll be enslaved for 400 years, enslaved and oppressed for 400 years in a land not our own, a foreign land. That means they moved us far from our homeland, a place we didn't know, so they can see your home is where your power is. That's where your strength is. And it's the same with your geographical location. If somebody take you away from your home, what you're used to, what you know, the food you eat, the water you drink, you're outside of your power. And introduce you to foreign soil, you're outside of your power. But hallelujah, we thank the Most High today that we have some common sense. But the saying goes, common sense ain't so common. But thank the Most High that we're coming to know the common understanding amongst everybody else. And some folks call it woke. And we know what woke means, family. Woke don't mean what all these other folks are saying. Woke means we were the dry bones. Yasharal, the whole house of Yasharal, as the text says in old Ezekiel. We are the whole house of Yasharal. that the Most High woke. And he's using us, his chosen people, to wake up our chosen people. He's using some, just like he used Ezekiel, to prophesy. He's using us, his special ones, to wake up the rest of our people, all of Yasharal, and to be a light to the Gentiles. We don't never forget the other nations. I may concentrate on Yasharal because we're still waking our people up. There's a lot of our people that's still blind and still lost in the sauce. They're still strung out on this dope, strung out on these stinking habits, mostly lust, trying to be like other folk. But we're saying, come out of them today and don't touch the mess they touch no more. Because the Most High is getting ready to take us away from here. Hallelujah. He's already started. Like the text says, can't you perceive he's doing something new? Can't you perceive it? It's already begun. First, it takes him to wake us up. And then, as the text says that we just quoted, it was the Most High prophesying to Abraham. And he said, surely your folks going to be in a land, a foreign land, and they're going to be enslaved and oppressed for 400 years. But afterwards, I'm going to punish that nation that has oppressed them and enslaved them and treated them harshly. I'm going to punish them, and then they'll come out with great substance. See, it don't always happen overnight, family. Just like with our forefathers coming out of the house of bondage, Egypt, it didn't happen overnight. See, the Most High, he gonna put that spank down on folk, and he's letting the whole world know what happened. Just like he did with the house of bondage, Egypt, beforehand. They was hearing about it way in Jericho. At the whole house, the whole was saying, no, we heard of you. We heard about y'all and what your Elohim did to Egypt, which Egypt back then was the superpower. And Pharaoh was supposed to be the Elohim of the world. But they heard about how the Most High totally routed them folk for how they treated the Most High's people. And just like the Most High told Moses he was going to harden Pharaoh's heart, and he's doing the exact same thing today. And see, that's how the Most High works, family. He don't switch up too much. He has pretty much the same game plan. Now what he'll do, he'll switch it up a little bit, but he wants us to know what's getting ready to happen. Hallelujah. And it's the same thing. This old Pharaoh, these folks, their hearts are hardened. And it's the whole system, the whole beast system. They've hardened their hearts. They said, no, we're going to hold on to these folks, and we're going to continue to have them as our slaves and enrich us as a nation and as a system. But the Most High knows how to run you down, walk you down. Let's say the Most High is long-winded. He'll walk you down slow and easy, but steady in the process. And we see it. We know what's happening. And the thing about it is, everybody knows. They know that this nation and all the other European nations are being punished. And the Muslim nations. All the nations that have enslaved our people. All of the European-based nations that have enslaved our people, they're getting it. That's part of the dollar. They're being ripped a new one. Hallelujah. Pardon me. And like I said, the nations. This don't mean every individual person, because the Most High says to anyone who believes they will be saved. Now, I do know that belief is an action word. Just like Yahushua said, if you love me, you move, you act, you keep my commandments. That means you're acting on what you believe. You're acting on that love. It's reciprocated. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.